So as a little follow-up to the video where we carved these little Christmas tree earrings, I'm going to actually just show you how to paint them and what goes into mounting them. And there's some different painting ideas here. I'm going to do the green, which is got some glitter glue on it as well. You might be able to see that sparkling a little. That just gives them a little extra something. Yeah, you can see it there sparkling. With a dry brush of snow on there just to give it a bit of interest. But you can do anything you like with these. I mean, you could paint them all white and paint some Christmas baubles on there or something. And then I'll show you at the end how they're mounted with these little eye hooks and all of this stuff. Just really inexpensive things that you can pick up from Amazon. These are the little eye hooks that I've got with a thread on them. Very, very small and perfect for this kind of work. Threaded so they'll go into the wood nicely. And then I just picked up some, also on Amazon, some earring loops there, and we'll just fit those on. So it's very simple to do, very inexpensive to buy those. Another thing you should also think of is the ladies appreciate a little stopper on the back. So that the earrings aren't lost, so stop them falling out. Those little silicone ones, and you just slide them over the bar. You can see one's fitted there, and that helps keep the earring in place, so it doesn't get pulled off with a scarf or something when they take it off. So okay, let's look at what we're going to use to paint these. The colour I'm going to use, just nothing special. These are nice little paints that I use for most of my stuff. This is Holly Green. It's one of my favourite ones, that one there. By Deco Art, again. Available at Amazon. I think you can get these at some of the hobby supply places like Joann's or Michael's. So it'll be that. I'll be using some green glitter glue. Alright. That's just to finish it. And of course some white paint. Yeah, so I'll put that on with a dry brush. All right, just acrylics. Let's start with the green base on these, and so I've just pushed a pin in there, and as I mentioned in the previous video, that's going to create a little hole in the top, which is an ideal size for screwing those little eye hooks in. So I've done that, but it does give me something to hold on to when I'm painting these. We use a little flat brush here. Okay, let's get ourselves give it a good shake and get ourselves a measure of green paint here. Just put a little blob of that in there. Don't need much. It's not a big project. Also, something else I do. Just add some water. I use a little pipette. I'm going to water it down. I rarely put solid paint on there. Just to. So about 50-50 with the dropper there, so there we go, and mix that up. Okay, makes the paint go further. It's not such a, you might see a little bit of the wood grain within that as well, and then just simply paint that on to the earring like that, starting from the top. And that sweep down. You can see the wood absorbs the paint very easily and quickly. It does paint very well. Bass, lime, these woods do take a paint extremely well. Actually, I might need a bit more. I should have got a bit more out of the tube, I think, because that's soaking that up pretty good. So I'll do another measure for the other tree. And let's wind that in like that. There we are. There should be plenty to do both of these now. And so I'm just going to turning this upside down a little bit just to make sure I haven't missed any. Let's put this out of the way so I can get into the focal range here. So I haven't missed any of the bits underneath. There's a couple of missed spots there. Let's get the brush in there like that. So as you can see, it doesn't take long. And then now the tricky part is this bottom piece here. So what I do is I tend to spin that earring around, bringing the brush carefully up to the base of that stem, but try not to get too much on it. I will carve it off if I over paint, but we don't want to make work for ourselves, right? So, whoops. And I don't have my reading glasses on, so I'm probably messing this up. Alright. Okay, make sure it's gone in all these little grooves as well. I think we're good there. And now we'll just let that dry for a few minutes. And then we'll come back and do some finishing on there. Okay, so now we got some over painting there, so I'm just going to use this knife to gently carve those little bits off, because they will show through the red. Surprising actually. And then it kind of looks dirty and not a nice finish. There's a bit of an over paint there as well. Let's just snip that off like that. And I did a big faux pas on this one, so I'm going to just gently cut that off like that. That's it. I go around the base, tidy that up a bit. Yeah. Just doing little tiny stop cuts there, like a little ring, and then just pop them off, just to get it nice and tight looking again. Yeah. So what I'll do the dry brushing now, and I'll do the red stalks last. So I'm going to get a little palette here. Okay. Give that a shake, and this is just some regular white, nothing special, just something that will give a hint of snow. Let's pop don't need much, really. We aren't using hardly anything for this. Alright, so you can see there, just a tiny dab, and then I'm just I dried the brush off on this here towel, and I'm gonna now just get a really dry amount on there, and then literally just brush down like that, and keeping the brush at a kind of a sweeping angle, and just pull that down. Let's get a bit more on the top like that, but yeah, just brush down. Let's go into the paint again, get a bit more. Like that. That'll do. Thought I cut those off, I'll get back to those. Alright, anyway, missed them when I was doing that. So let's just get some snow effect on there like that. Okay, do another one. Okay, last but not least, a little bit of red for the stalk, and you can use there's a Santa red there if you want a very bright red. I've got something called True Red. How about this one? Tuscan Red. This is what I've been using for the little stems. It's, not too bright. It's got a little hint of brown in it. Seems to be a good one for doing this. So let's get let's give it a shake actually. Always give them a shake. There we go. Now for this I might put just pure paint on. I may not water that down. Alright, and then I'm going to use this tiny little pencil brush and just pop that on the end there. Let's do this one. The paint behaves a little differently when you don't add any water to it. It's a lot stiffer, which means I don't have to do 2 coats or anything. But it also means that it's a little harder to put on actually, but there we go. There it is. Huh. Jolly good. Alright, last but not least, let's get a bunch of glitter glue on these guys. You always need more than you think with this stuff, for some reason. But anyway, I'm going to put that here like this. In fact, let's use the tray to support the process a little. And it gives it an extra little special sparkle. There we go. Like that, up and down, 90 degree to the job with the paintbrush this time, because we do want it to get into the green areas. Unlike when we were dry brushing, we did that at an angle. But with this, we're going to make sure we want to get it all over. And it helps, as I said, seal the whole job. Like that. Let's make sure we've got glitter everywhere. Yeah, I think so. Again, don't want big dobs of it, we just want an even brushing. And then, again, I'll turn that over and just get a little bit on the base as well. Just so it's consistent. Not that anyone will really see the underneath much, but we're artists, right? We want to know we did everything we could for consistency. Alright, there it is. Let those dry for a few more minutes and then we'll mount them. Okay, now having used the hairdryer to dry those off, we're now going to pull the pin out. Let me get my hand out of the way. Just twist that out gently. And that little hole should be just perfect for screwing in our little eye hook. So let me see if I can, again, keeping out of the way. What I tend to do is hold the eye hook, bring the hole up to it, and then turn the tree. It's a lot easier. And let that thread just, make sure I'm in the hole. It's a bit hard to see. But anyway, just turn that in. Like that. Actually, I could use just for the purposes of filming, I might just hang on to it with these. Just so my fingers aren't in the way, and let's turn that in like that. Okay. Until we feel that that is having trouble going in any further. Don't want to over tighten it, because then we'll strip the thread out from the wood, and that won't be so good. So there's that one. So let's set the next one up. Pull out the pin. Okay, let's set up the eye hook in the long nose there. And now let's put that in the hole. So the thing that I like this, because the thing that I was using to actually hold them and paint them is now, the hole it made is now part of the finished product, allowing me to mount that. So again, don't want to go too tight. And there it is. It's tight enough, that won't fall out. Okay, alright. Now, pull out a couple of these little guys here, like that. Okay. And all I'm going to do with these is, if I place it in my hand this way, like that, and then I'm going to come in and just sneak that little eyelet open slightly, just a little, alright, and then just enough to let that little eye hook through. Come on. That needs a touch more. Open it a touch more. There it is, that should do it. And there. Alright. Now let's get my hand out of the way. And now what I do is ever so gently pinch that back together again. There it is. And there, it's hung and ready to go. And let's do the same with this other one. And there you are. And so there is a pair of earrings, all ready to go. And now what you could do, again, I got these, good old Amazon as always. Alright, got me a little box. What I can do here is take this out, put the earrings in through these holes here, like that. And that makes a nice little presentation. So get them the same height. There we go. And then on the back you can get these little silicone earring backings and put those on to hold them in the box. But when you give them to somebody, do let them know they're back there, because they tend to pull them out and then they fall off. So there we go. Let's just do that. Push that on, a bit hard to see what I'm doing there, but yeah, push that on like that onto both of them. It's a lot easier when you're not trying to keep it in the focal plane of a camera. There it goes. Just to hold them in the rubber there like that, in the sponge, foam, whatever that is, and tuck those back in there, and there you've got a nice little gift for somebody. A novelty Christmas earring set. Now, I guess they could be all year round, really, right? But there you go. Put the lid on, and we are done with those.